This particular project is one that, in collaboration with the Hancock's Forestry Management, has been in the planning for probably the last 7 years, and it's now culminated in the Tōtara going into the ground today in 2018. So one of the key things that both RCT and Pūtaki Taiao particularly are looking to do in terms of a lot of their work programs is to have an eye to the future, and particularly when it comes to cultural materials, which this Tōtara Legacy project is one of those. It's important that we plant or have an eye to the future now for those future generations of Raukawa, hapu, marae and uri, to have resources in 120 years' time.
After driving around the forest and looking at the mixture of native and pine forest, there were areas which were non-productive and it wouldn't detract from the radiata, so we came up with the idea of what was suitable for enhancing back into a long-term crop. And this was the best location, that it was accessible, relatively flat, relatively easy for a range of people to get to.
A lot of planning went on. We got advice from Scion in terms of how to best establish Tōtara. So 3 years ago we did a first planting of Manaka and Pittosporums as a nursery crop. Seed source was gathered and that was taken to Scion, where they propagated the trees and developed the seedlings for us. And here we are 3 years later. Today we're back here at Taranaki planting the Tōtara for the final crop, which we expect to be 120, 150 years before they're of an age able to be harvested.
Yeah, and then that's the idea of coming with, the idea of planting Tōtara for the future. Bring the future back into the past for the sake of our young people. Bring it back for our young people. I hope we can put them on a straight line, because there was only one house carved in the South Waikato area, was that one at Te Tikanga. Because over here we're running out of Tōtara, nothing, Wōpaukotoa. And the future of our houses are going to need it.
Yeah, well, in today's world we're left with using whole lots of different materials, but you can't get away from the Tōtara.
No, you can't. Karere te wairua tika kiro te kirino. Karia no kiro te Tōtara. The Tōtara is a loving married tree. That.
Try and reclaim some of our traditional practices that happened centuries ago. The idea of providing for our future, but looking behind us to understand what's happened in the past and ensuring those traditions continue on into the future. Yeah, it's an awesome kaupapa.